What's up, guys? And Shadow here for Weapon Gaming. And tonight, I was supposed to be doing a dual commentary with Paul, but he never showed up, so I guess this is just me doing my thing. And right off the bat, I want to get started with a rant. A really obnoxious rant that you all probably already know about. And it has to do with Microsoft, of course, because any rant has to involve Microsoft. When it's in the, the realm of gaming, it's always Microsoft. I mean, I realize the firm's #1 priority is maximize the profit, but man, you're a computer company. You're a computer company. You don't know about the gaming community. You don't know about gamers. I'm at a loss. I mean, I suppose the only reason MLG signed a contract with Microsoft is because they want the revenue, and there's not enough Sony players. Of course, when they signed Sony to the events, they apparently did really bad because hardly anybody showed up, so whatever. Anyway, here's what's going on. So Microsoft has this, well, is the target of this rumor going around right now that the console is going to be always on, and it's not talking about power, it's talking about internet. According to Yahoo article, Microsoft Studios creative director Adam Orth took to Twitter Thursday to comment on the growing gamer discussed with always-on DRM, digital rights management, and that's where you have to be connected to the internet to play a video game, and it requires a game to be connected to the internet constantly, and if you lose the internet connection, you're kicked out of the game. I guess it's extremely lame, and it was apparently in Diablo 3 and SimCity, which everybody hated. I don't know. I didn't hear about that, but that's what this article's telling me. So anyway, Orr said, "Sorry, I don't get the drama around having an always-on console. Every device now is always on. That's the world we live in. Deal with it." And Orth is, of course, the creative director. He tweeted that, and people got really upset, and they were like, "Oh shit! So the Xbox 720 is going to require internet connection to be able to play single-player games." And whoa, back up for a second. Since when do intense gamers that like to play single-player play online all the time? Since when do they sign in just to be able to play a game? Or for the intense multiplayer gamers like myself, since when do we play single player when we have access to the internet? For crying out loud. The only reason I played single player is because my internet has gone out. And, power going out, well, that knocks off everything. But the thing is, with internet gone, I mean, AT&T could be doing maintenance on their servers, same with Verizon, Comcast, all that kind of stuff. And at the same time, you could also, have router problems, or somebody else could be connected to the internet, so you don't want to lag them, so you go play a single-player game. Now, with your connection being interrupted, you won't be able to play that single-player game. You'll be sitting there waiting for the internet to be freed up. It's basically like dial-up, no matter how fast your internet is, because you can't play a game unless you have internet access, and it's ridiculous, because for people that have intermittent internet access, it's gonna suck. They won't be able to play an Xbox. So that's just gonna cut their audience in half. For example, somebody that has a slow speed connection, maybe a 1 megabyte download and 250K upload. That's just it's terrible. That's that was the speed of the hotel connection that me and Paul stayed in when he was in Dallas. That we went to MLG, and it was a terrible connection. But imagine having that and wanting to play single player most of the time, only getting online when your good buddies are on, but not being able to play single player. Now, granted, yes, slow connection is not really going to matter for single player games. However, why would you want to use internet for something like that? Why would you want to be connected? Now, okay, I guess my real stress with this is signing in, is being signed in all the time. And I'm sure you can go invisible, but man, it really feels pointless. Now, I'm a PS3 gamer, and when I play a single player game, I like to be signed in. Sometimes I'll connect to the internet on a single player game. Like on Gran Turismo 5, I like to be on the internet just so that I can play the online events. But even if you sign off, you still have a bunch more events that you can play on Gran Turismo. There's a bunch more races to do. Now, say it's storming one night, and they hit lightning hits a transformer down the street or something, and it knocks out a connection to a hub that has internet connection for, you know, one side of the block, right? And I happen to be on that side. Suddenly, my internet's out. My power's on, my power's good, but my internet's out. Or even, in the case that has happened to me many times in the past, if the power goes out and knocks the internet out for longer than the power stays out. It's happened before where my power went out, reset the router, and it took an hour for me to reconnect, for my router to be able to find that connection again. I'm not sure what was up with that, but that used to happen all the time to me, every time it stormed. It was ridiculous. But if that happens to somebody on Xbox, man, they're screwed. They're not going to be able to handle it, you know? Now, this guy, Adam Orth, and his buddy, another game designer, gameplay designer, Manveer Air, if that's how he pronounces it. It's higher or here. Those guys went back and forth on Twitter, talking about the problem of people's internet going out, and Orth defending that with electricity goes out too. And it was really ridiculous. Now these guys are friends, and they were just mainly you know, creating banter between the two of them. Orth said that he was just trolling him personally, referring to Air. And Air, of course, said, "You should know we are good friends who joke around with one another. Don't read too much into our back and forth." But it's hard not to read into it when Orth is saying, "Sorry, I don't get the drama around having an always-on console. Every device now is always on. That's the world we live in." He's not talking to his buddy. He's talking about, you know, this world. And apparently Microsoft wants to push it in the direction of, you know, Microsoft profit. So that's that. I just wanted to make a quick rant about that. It's frustrating. It's frustrating, but, you know, it's whatever. I mean, I haven't been there. I haven't actually had the necessity to be online to play a game, so I don't really know what that's going to be like. I might end up, you know, dealing with it, getting to 720, but right now I'm debating. I mean, I really want to switch to 720 from PS4 because Sony's just not doing very well, and they just don't really know how to run internet. I'm sorry, they don't know how to do their games with the right kind of servers. So Xbox is a lot. Oh, and not to mention the gameplay, of course. Xbox is a lot more enticing to me for the next release, but we shall see. This is just a huge drawback for Xbox players. Of course, you know, I could always switch back to my PS3. I'm not going to be selling that, I don't think, if I wanted to play single player. But then, you know, what's the point of playing single player on an outdated console, right? Anyway, that's my rant. Just wanted to kind of get that out there. If you guys know anything about this, leave some comments below. Talk about it. You know, if you want to know more, if you agree, if you disagree, whatever. Just, you know, talk it up. Let us know. Think of it like a forum. And just leave your responses right there below the video, right there. You can't see me pointing, but I'm pointing at it right now. Anyway, this is End Shadow. I'm thinking about changing my name to just Shadow. So I'll say this is Shadow for Weapon Gaming, and this has been a very lonely solo call / rant. So I'll see you guys next time. Concussion!